Alright everyone, welcome back. So if you are just joining us for the first time, here is a Super Bowl dashboard we're going to be creating together. Alright, here is the complete dashboard we're trying to replicate together. So right now we're going to be doing this all together. I'm going to show you how to actually create this particular functionality and use it on your own partner, dashboard and all of that. Can you see this right now? It's very dynamic and all of that. So we're going to be doing this without any single VBA. Okay, the next thing on our toolbed is actually the data dictionary that I'm going to actually be giving you to go through and see how we can actually use this to create something very awesome. And after you might have known all this, we can actually go ahead and start to get things done rightly the way it should be right now. Okay, coming to the current dashboard we are building, what we have right here is very simple and easy. You can actually replicate this and it's very easy. If you look at this color we have right here, I can actually go ahead and actually move it. You can see this right now. So it's something you can actually do. If you had been watching my video from the first and the second one, you would know how to do this. So all you just got to do is to check the the height and the weight of this particular one right here. I have it clicked on, go to format. I'm going to see 1.44 and 3.8. 9, right? That is the format, and this one right here is just kind of like, if you move this away from here right now, we have this and we just use this to cover it. So go ahead and actually check the size of this as well. So check the size and do the same thing, 1.44 by 2.1. That is what it is. So right now we can actually go ahead and actually start to get what we really want. So for the first time, I want to start from here because I have a little bit complication that's going to actually go on right here. So we can actually start to create this and actually understand what it is that we are trying to achieve. So now they said, did they use sex appeal or nudity to sell products? So you might not get what they're actually trying to say right here. This is Excel. Or let us go to our data dictionary to check out what it is that they're trying to actually insinuate. So right now we have this part that says uses sex, and you can see what it is that we have right here. They did use sex to sell products whatsoever. Now you can see what we have on our screen. So this is what we want to check out. So how do we do this? It's very simple. Go back to this particular aspect here. And now we have to make sure we go to a data set and click anywhere right and go to insert, and from insert we go to pivot table, and from pivot table we want to use the existing pivot table. I'm going to go to insert to analysis, and here we go. I'm going to hit on my OK key, and there we have it. So right now we have this particular pivot table 8 right here. What do we do? So we have to locate the column where we have uses sex. If I click on OK right now, if I actually check it, it's going to give me the true and false. So which means what we have on the data set is actually some bunch of true and falses, right? So if I keep going right now, you can see what we have right here. They're just like true and falses, all true. And you might be like, how are you going to make sense with this? It's very simple and it is made, clear, whatever. Okay, going back to this particular aspect right now. Here we go, we have this. Okay, now in the first video and second video, I had told us that this particular false is actually no. What this one is just yes. When it is true is yes, which means no. Now let us understand what is going on right here by going to the top level, go to design, and quickly we just have to hit on this particular a report layout. I'm gonna say in tabular form, and this is what it is. So now we can see uses sex, no, and yes. So we want to see how many of the art contains that. So what we can do right now, we can drag any of these particular columns down to this particular values area right here. So once we have it, it's going to actually default to count, and that is what we need. So we go back and we see how many are there, and we're not going to be using the the value whatever. So what we need is actually the percentages. I'm going to go right here and say percentage of a grand total, and there we have it. So we just have to make sure we format it, and I'm going to put it on just 1 decimal point. So I'm going to go right here and reduce it. I'm going to click on OK, and there we should have it. Yeah, rightly we have it normally. Okay, here comes the complicated aspect of this particular work. So I'm going to make it some kind of easy for you in case you have never done this before. It is your first time. I'm going to show you how to do it. Else the interaction of this particular next option button I'm going to actually choose would affect this, and we have to fix it very well. So how do we do that? Go to the top level right here and go ahead to developer, and here we see insert. Click on it and go and pick on this particular option button. So click on that and actually come right here and have it dropped in here. And once you've done that, we don't want to have any label right on it. I'm going to actually have to clear it out. So once I've done that, I can make it a little bit smaller. So we just have to make it more smaller than this. Something like this would be very cool, right? So I'm gonna have to move it a little bit right here. can decide to move it down a little bit. So once I have this right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to double it and have this one right to this particular aspect here. I'm going to double this third one. I'm going to bring it down to this particular aspect. Don't worry about the how we situate it down. We can actually work with it. So once we are done with it, I'm going to actually have to click all of them all together. I'm going to have to click them. I'm going to go to the top level right here. What I'm going to do right now, go to format and go right to this particular align. I want to say line top. Now we have them aligned properly the way it should be. Okay, now are we having a problem right here? I guess no. Okay, let's see. We are having a problem. If I go ahead and actually check this, it shouldn't have unchecked this. Right now it's actually working on this, which is not supposed to be. Can you see this right now? Now it's not working. When we come back right here, is not working the way it should be. So we want to actually, every single time we check this, we don't want to actually uncheck this. So how do we do that? It's very simple and easy and all that. So what can we do right now is that we're going to come back right here to fix this later after all. Or still, we can actually go ahead and fix this right now. And what we can do, right click on it and go to format control, and it's going to actually show us where we have this writing, and this is where we have it, right? So we can actually go ahead and check it. Now we have it fixed. We don't have to click on this one again. So go to the top level right now. Here we go to developer, and we can go back to insert again. And what are we going to look for? We have to look forward to where we have this particular group box form control. Click on that group box form control, right? So before we do that, I'm going to click on escape right now. I want to actually highlight one of it. Then after highlighting it, I'm going to go all the way to the top level and go through the same way. I'm going to actually have to click on this particular one right here. And once I've done the clicking, I'm going to come right here. Make sure you are actually creating this outside the box, not inside the box. Make sure all the body of this particular option button is actually inside what we are about to create. So here we go. I'm going to drag this. Now it covers it, right? I'm going to drag it all the way down to this particular aspect. So can you see that right now? I'm still going to expand it out, and here we go. Move it a little bit. So guys, sorry for that. Just have to go. And actually, I'm going to have to go a little bit. I'm going to release it right now. Okay, now let's actually test it out and see if this is working. So if it is working right now, it's not going to have this one selected. So go ahead and click it. Boom, it's working. It's not having this one selected. So which means this one is independent right now. This is what we need to do. But can you look at what is going on right here? Yes, of course, I believe you can. So I'm going to actually have to move this away from here. I'm going to click on this, and here we go. It looks some kind of weird having it like this. If I go to my previous work, it is never like that. So it looks just like this, as if nothing is going on, and everything is looking well. So how do we set that? I'm going to go back here, go back to this little aspect here. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to double it, and here we have this, right? So now we just have to make sure we have a perfect square, not to have any part of it to be a circle. I'm going to have to make sure I hold this particular place down. I'm going to move it until I have it covered. I'm going to cover this area as well. So I have it covered right now. I'm going to release it. So this is what we have, right? Don't worry, I'm going to show you what I'm trying to do right now. So I'm going to have to move this away and bring it all the way right here. So I'm covering this particular aspect for now. So I want to have to deal with this. I'm going to control 1. So I have this. I have to bring it down to see what we're doing. I'm going to bring it all the way down to this particular aspect here. Move it a little bit away from here, and now we just have to say no fill, and now we just have to go to the line aspect right here. We have to say solid line, and here we're going to have this writing. So I'm going to actually have to make sure I actually cover this. So now you can see what we have right now. So it's just going to be on 4 point, and then quickly we just have to change the color, and we just have to go with this color. Let's see if it is match. Okay, it's a match. So what we can do right now, I'm just going to move this a little bit away from there. Then here we go. Now I have to just duplicate this. I'm going to bring this right to this particular aspect here. I'm going to have it. So I'm going to have to expand this and cover this right. And here we go. So now we just have to click on this. And what we can do right now is to give it the same color. And it's not the same color wherever it's not the same color. So we have to locate what color is this first. I'm going to show you how to do that. So to locate what color is this, go right here, and we have seen what color is it. So right now I'm going to actually have to copy this. It's going to be 2516, and I'm going to have this pasted. So I'm going to go here I'm gonna have to click on this one. I'm gonna come right here again. I'm gonna come right here, and here we go. So we have our 25. The next one is gonna be 16, and the next one I'm gonna have to paste the one we have copied, and we're gonna have the same color if I click on OK right now. Okay, right now, can you see that? It has covered it all for us. So now we can actually interact with this and nothing is happening. It's okay. It's really okay. Right now, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna come right here and have this one copied. I'm gonna have to move this way. I'm gonna bring it all the way down right here. I want to quickly go right and actually make sure I centralize it. So rightly, I'm gonna type in my, before I do that, I'm gonna have to get this one right here. So I'm gonna come right here quickly. I'm gonna type in my years. So now we just have to make sure we get this one duplicated as well. I'm gonna bring it all the way right here. So I'm gonna have this one duplicated. I'm gonna bring it all the way right to this particular spot here. And now we just have to change the color of this bulb. So go right here and have the color changed to something like this nicely. So now we just have to make sure we have them, held together. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna say to the top. So once we've done this right now, we can now see what we have right here. So when we select yes for this, when we select no for this, and all of that. So this is one of the great testing we need to do rightly. So once we've done that, what we can do next is for we to actually make sure we hold them down and actually drag this all the way down to this particular aspect here. So after what I've done with this, what it is I'm trying to get into right now. This is what we have actually done. This is the analysis we've done. I want to go to the top level here and come right to the view aspect, formula bar, and I'm going to come right here and fit it with equal to. We're going to go back to analysis, and I want to pick my years. Okay, here we go. For yes, true is going to be this percentage, and we're going to go for this, and it's going to be for this. Okay, right now we have both of them, but for convenience purpose, I want to move this particular pivot table away from here. I'm going to show you how to do that. So all you just have to do is just have to copy the whole pivot table we have right here. Ctrl X, we have you copied. We're going to come right here and actually have it pasted on a new sheet. I'm going to paste it right on a new sheet right now. So here we go, we have it. So it's going to reflect right on this. So all we need to do right now, I'm going to actually name this particular one Tooltip. So I just got it named Tooltip. So if I go right to right now, based on our selection, it's actually reflecting Tooltip instead of it reflecting analysis. Right now it's actually on Tooltip and all that. So right now we've just gotten this done right. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is going to be this one right here, which says did the commercial make a patriotic appeal? So we just have to quickly check their dictionary. Go right here and the patriotic, here we go, we have it right. So this is what we are trying to check right now. So let's see how we can actually get things done on this, right? So once we've actually gotten this done, we try as much as we could to have it visualized. Now what do? Quickly, we just have to make sure we copy this and replicate it for what we're trying to get into. And now we have the pivot table right here. What we can do right now, we have to deselect this, and what we can do now is just to go right here and pull this all the way right here, and actually pull this all the way right here, and we have a percentage right inside here, right? It's on count and it's on percentage. So we just have to right click on it and make sure we have it on the right percentage of grand total, and here we have it, right? So we always know that we're going to be using just one single decimal point for it. And we just have to put our one right here and click on OK. There we have it. So we just have to do the same thing we had done to populate this one as well. Okay, right now that we've gotten everything ready, I'm just going to come right here and highlight this two part right here and go to the top level right here. I'm going to go to home, and I want to go ahead and actually make this one on 12, and I want to click on this particular one here to have the color being changed, and I want to make it bold and all that. I'm going to copy the same formatting for the other part as well, but quickly after copying that, I'm going to actually have it changed and all of that. Okay, that is exactly okay. I'm going to actually have to hold this and actually do the same formatting for it. So I just did the same thing for this and it works very well. So if you look at the previous one, if I go back to my previous dashboard, so what you see right here is that when we want to hide this tooltip, it's actually going to be hidden and we can't see nothing. Even though if we click on this one right here, nothing's going to actually show up because already we have under condition that says if this one is not checked, we should actually have this one hidden. But immediately we have this one checked, what we have is this, but this particular one is going to show back and all that. So let us go ahead and get that particular checkbox right into our new creation. So right here, I'm going to go back here. I want to go to the top level, right? Developer, and from developer, insert, and from insert, we just have to locate where we have the checkbox right in. And here's our checkbox. We just have to make sure we come right here and have the checkbox dropped. So there we go. On the checkbox, we have this particular checkbox 12. So I'm not going to actually use this particular one here. I'm going to have to move it away. I'm going to have to make it some kind of little. And what I'm going to do right now is just to make sure I position it right at the top level right here. And that's all we need to do. And we just have to signify what is going on right here on the checkbox so that, our end user will know how to interact with it. But right now, there is no any interaction because we have never written anything to make it some kind of interactive and all of that. Okay, what next can we do? I'm going to go to the top level right here, go to insert illustrations, and you're going to go to shapes, and from shape I'm going to pick this right here. I'm going to drag it down a little bit right here, and I'm going to have to say off and on and off body. So once I've done that, I'm going to have to make it some kind of a little bit smaller. So quickly, what I need to do right now is just to make sure I turn it around until I have it stretched out like this. I'm going to have to move it right to this particular aspect here. And I'm going to control 1, and from control 1 I want to say no line. I want to come right here, I'm going to say no field color. I want to take it up, take it a little bit right here. So we just have to make sure we align it normally, and there we go, we have this right. So after we might have just gotten this, what we can do right now is just to go ahead and actually have the color changed to something like this. Let's see how beautiful it is. So something like this is cool. Now the end user could actually know what is going on right here, not just having a button right in here. So we just have to make sure we bring this down to have it covered, and we just need to go ahead and make it smaller. Okay, if you look at what is going on right now, we cannot click on this particular option button right here. So what can we, is the option button the checkbox? So what can we do now? We can actually go ahead and move this away and actually have it somewhere around here. I'm going to actually have to deselect it. So once I've done that, I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to right click on it. I need to see something that says okay, now we can't find it here. Go to the top level right here, go to the format area and come right here and say bring forward. So once you click on bring forward, or you can actually go right here and say bring to front, it we go. And once we've done that right now, it's actually going to send this one behind. So we have to actually go right now and actually pick this. I'm going to have to move this right here. And now if we just go right, and you can see we can check and uncheck it right now. So beautiful, we have done something like this. Okay, for the company, we are happy to run this analysis. This is their focus. 2019, 2020, and 2022 is their main focus, right? So what are we going to do? We just want to actually give them how much view do we have and how much TV views we have and all of that. And what does it cost them to have this particular, some kind of ads placed out there and all of that. So they just want to see what it is that, from the huge data we have. So we just have to go ahead and actually get them to see this. I'm going to come right here. I want to do this on analysis because this one is actually very special. This, which is the tooltip aspect right here, is very special. So going back right here, I can actually copy this and replicate it. So copy this and come right here. I'm going to have this pasted right in here. And once I've done that, I want to have to move this danger of it and all of that. So we have television view and YouTube view, right? Okay, now that we have our YouTube view already, so what we can do right now is just to quickly bring the ears right into it. And we just have to go for the ears, right? So here we have the ears, we have the ears right on and all of that. So now it's actually taking the ear to a wrong place. So we just have to bring it right here because it's not on a proper date. That was why something like that happened. So once we've just gotten this done, the next thing we want to do right now is to have the ad cost right here. I want to locate where we have the cost, which is the estimated cost. I'm going to bring it all the way down to this particular aspect. So quickly, we just have to come all the way to the top level right here and select this one and go scroll down. And we have to select 2019, 2020, and 2021 right here, right? So we have it. So I can actually go ahead and actually click on OK right now. Okay, 2019 to 2021 is what we have, right? So once we have just gotten this done, I think we have very much, through with all this. So we can actually go ahead and actually format this nicely and all of that. Now the revenue, we have to format everything rightly. Okay, we have it. So let me take you back to the data set right here. If I scroll all the way down to this particular end right now, what we can see is this. I'm going to show you this. Now we have the revenue to be on some kind of million, which means 2.1 million is being spent on this one, 2.1 million, and we have 3.15 million that is being spent on this one. That is all about it. So you just have to know about that every figures we have right here, they actually displayed in million. So with the help of the data dictionary, we're able to actually know how the data set is like and all of that. So now we have gotten this ready. So it is time for we to get it populated right to this particular aspect here, which I think you can actually do and all of that. So it's very simple and easy. This is just a bunch of text and all of that. Just type your 2019 and change the color. That is all about that. I think it's to 2021, I presume. I think it's just a mistake, 2021. And we're gonna come right here and actually change this one to 2021. So that is the data set we have is to 2021. So let's go back and verify that and see what it is that we have right here. Okay, that is exactly what it is. So to 2021. So we just have to populate this right now. And it's very simple. All we need to do is just to make sure we come right here and actually have those one, held together. We can move them. So once we have them moved down to this particular end, we have to release them and we can drag to open them up for, the huge numbers coming in right here. Now we have to pick the numbers for 20, for YouTube view. We just have to go ahead and pick it up for 2019 YouTube view. Come right here and go back here. Now we just want to locate YouTube view for 2019. This is what it is. I'm going to have to okay, this is what we have right here. And now we just have to get for all this as well. And it could be very simple and easy. Copy it and actually replicate the same thing for this one. And I'm going to go right and actually have this one pasted right here. So I'm going to change this one to 5 and I'm going to come right here and click on this. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to change this one to 6. It's cool. We have it all. So once we've done this now, it's time for we to actually make sure we do the same thing and we're going to have to see this cross. We can now move this right to this particular aspect here as well. So now we can go ahead and actually say, okay, now we want to change the whole stuff. Now we have all the values we really wanted to have right here. I'm going to have them, highlighted together. Just don't go to the top level. I want to come right here and change the font type. Something like this. I want to put it on 12 and I want to go right here and select this color. And let's see what it is that we have. We have something like this. So we want to see the total cost of this, right? And this is where we're going to have the use of this right now. I'm going to have to move this right here. Right now, so we can actually go ahead and open it up a little bit, and now we have this. So we just have to make sure we get this one down to this particular aspect here, and we just want to quickly go ahead and actually bring it. Just want to see how much we spent all over. This is the value. This is what it is. So now we have this right, so we can quickly go ahead and actually make sure we change this and give it the very nice cool color that is going to actually fit what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and use bold, and we just have to crank it up and all that. So it gives us this. So all we can do right now is just to make sure right click and actually say, okay, bring to front, and it's going to appear at the front and all of that. So we are cool with this, right? So this is one of the beautiful things we should do and all that. So the next we're going to be doing right now is just to concern ourselves much about what we have right here. Okay, here we are on this particular part. So we have two types of ads. We have TV ad and we have YouTube ad and all that. So we want to see, the progress of those ads, the view and the likes and all of that. So now, before then, we just have to come back right here. And you know what it is? Come right here, get this one duplicated. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to have to clear this one off it. I'm going to put my M right here. So now it's going to okay, this particular value we have right here is going to show in millions. I'm going to have to put this right here, right? Before we do that, we just have to go right and actually, reduce the font to something like this. 14 would be cool. So right now, this one is going to go right. So showing this is displayed in million and all of that. So I just want to address that and all of that. So we just have to go right and actually get this done. So we have the YouTube view, the TV view, and the likes as well. So we go right here and quickly we just have to copy this and copy it. Always make sure. A quick notice for you guys, please. every single time you're working for a client, make sure you use different sheet to do this in case your data has some kind of grow, it will not affect anything. So we have the TV view, and we don't want to use the estimated cost right here. So what we have to put right in here right now is just the like right here, and we just have to get this one off, right? Okay, if we go back right here right now, we can actually quickly, get to bring the values we have right here. I can actually go ahead and bring this one. I'm gonna fix this one here. I just want to make it a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna bring this one all the way down here as well. I'm gonna bring this one right here, and we have to fill those particular values because they are the same values right now. So we just have to bring the one that is in kind of corresponding to this. So we have our cursor right there. We just have to go ahead and turn on our formula bar, and here we go right here. And that is for TV view equal to, we just have to go all the way down and bring on our TV view, right? So here we go, we have it right here. And now more information about this is showing views in millions and all of that. So quickly, we just have to do the next one. Okay, here we have them. You can actually go ahead and actually click on this and have this click done. Let us quickly change the font. I want to go to the top, and you want to click on this, and I want to go right here. I want to select this. So I'm gonna have this on 12. Let's see what it is that we have. So this is what it is. So now this is awesome. I have all the fonts, I have all the images for you. All you need to do is just download and follow step by step on how to use it. I'm still gonna have this one somewhere around here in case if I need it, I'm gonna actually get it, right? So you can just keep it right here for now. Right here we have some cards. So just check the sizes right here about the height and the width and create your card just like this. I just want to actually make sure I have this done so that we shouldn't waste too much of our time right on this, right? So guys, here's what it is. Let us see what we're going to have right here right now. Here we're going to have our brand cost analysis. So let's see how we can actually do that. But we still want to use this one because this one is going to be something different, right? Don't worry, it's something exclusive. Coming back right here, I want to come right here and actually click on this and copy it and have it pasted right in here. Okay, now we just have to go, I'm gonna go right and make sure I have the those one moved off from here because I don't need them. All I want to analyze is the brand cost, as in the cost of running those ads. I want to bring this one right here, and here are the brands we have. These are all the brands we really have, right? And once we've done this right now, it is time for you to get something very interesting right then. We are not yet done, so I have to drag the same column right here again. So we have two of them. You might be wondering, what the heck you're doing? Why do we have them twice right here? Does it really make sense? Don't worry, I'm gonna let you know what it is. Okay, after I might have gotten this formatted, so what I'm gonna do right now is to insert my chart. I want to come right here, go to insert. I'm going to insert this particular chart, right? I want to insert this line chart, and I'm going to click on OK. So this is what we need to do first for the line chart. I want to have this particular one removed, and this axis is going to go off as well. And I want to say like, okay, I'm so sorry, you just have to go ahead and hide yourself because I don't want to have to use you right now and all of that. So we have something as clean as this and all of that. So I want to make sure I uncheck the grid lines. I don't want to have it. So right now quickly, I will right click on it, and I'm going to come right to this particular aspect that says change series chart type. If I click on that, this is what I have. So now we have those two series right here. I want to come right here and click on this one. I'm going to have to use this, and there we go, we have it. So clicking on OK right now, what we have is this. So I'm not really cool with this. I'm going to double click on this, and I'm going to have this. So I'm going to click on this particular top line chart. That is the only one I have selected. Scroll all the way down. And once you scroll down, see this particular smooth line. So click on it, and that is exactly what it is. So after that, just click on this particular inner part of it. And once you've done that, you can actually see when we go to the top level, we have this particular gradient fill. Click on that, and there we have it. So now we have to make sure we do things accordingly right here. I want to have this one closed for now. I'm gonna have to move this right, and there we go. So quickly, what we can do right now with this is just for we to make sure we have something very, very interesting created. I'm gonna have to move these two steps off from here. I have only just two steps, and for the first step, I want to come right here and change the color to something like this color right here. That is the first step. Now for the second step, right, I want to make sure I get it now something like this will be cool. This is what I've done in the previous one that you've just seen, and I want to come right here on this particular stop. I want to have to reduce it a little bit, and it gives it something, this particular effect. And if I actually go ahead and actually go minimize this right now, and first of all take it to my dashboard environment and actually figure out how to get the other part of the formatting done. So we now see what we have is very, very interactive after all, and so interesting to read. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, click on this, and I'm gonna have to expand it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to move this to this side, and it opens up this for me. Close this right now, and I have to make sure I get this one moved to this particular aspect here. Double click on it, and quickly we just have to say no line, and we just have to say no filter with as well. So we've just gotten all that turned off. So here we go. We have something like this. So it's time for me to get this done nicely and all that. So we have this. So we can click on this particular part right here. Ctrl B will help us to actually board it and all that. So if I go on a full screen right now, you can see what we have. It gives us a very nice effect on what it is. So quickly, I just have to go right here, and I'm gonna go right here. So before then, I'm gonna have to cut this off. I'm gonna pick this right. Remember, I have something like this kept here. I'm gonna move it to this particular aspect, so we can't see it really. I just want to go bring to front, and have to bring it right here right now. So quickly, we can go and have this on top of it, and I want to go back, turn on my formula bar. I have it hidden before now, so I want to put my equal to right in here. I want to go back to analysis. I'm gonna pick this, and out of it we go. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick this one right. I'm gonna click on OK, and there we have it. I just want to crank it up and all of that. So do your formatting pretty nice to fit into what you really want. So we just have to put it on bold and all of that. So we are good to go. Can you see that right now? That's beautiful. So right now we are almost right at the completion of this particular dashboard, and you can see how awesome it is. So all you just have to do is to keep following this particular video, and if you've not been a subscriber before, you know what it is. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to actually get some kind of notification every single time I drop a new video, all you have to do, hit that little bit right there to get yourself notified wherever every single time I drop a new video. Okay, your comment is very important to me. Leave a comment, tell me what you don't like about this video, and all of that I'm gonna adjust in my next video, because I'm actually here for you, and without you there'll be no me, and without me there will always be you, because there are other channels out there, but I think I have something very good to actually show you guys. So go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you feel about this video. So I'm gonna be seeing you in the next video, which is going to be our final video, where we create this particular part of the dashboard and show you how to get this done and all of that. So everything we have actually learned right here is to be used to some kind of create something very amazing on your own personal dashboards. Go ahead and actually do something very good with this and all of that. So see you in the next video.